Well, hello, Tube. We're starting off the year of Zen and German Lit. Well, the German Lit part with Gertrude by Hermann Hesse. I know it's almost the end of January. God, I don't even know what month we're in. It's almost February, and we finally figured out what we're going to focus on for fiction. Yes. This one was originally written in 1910. It didn't get translated until I believe looks kind of like 1955. You can believe these dates. I don't think he was in English, translated in English until the 50s. I think he was a late bloomer when it comes to translations in English. This is a wonderful story. Um, it's about this guy who becomes a cripple, like house style cripple, like he could still walk around and stuff, being a bum leg. Um, and um, it's he falls for this girl, he falls for this girl, um, and it's one of those stories. No, so he is in school for music and decides to become a composer. He can play the violin, whatever. He can tap the ivories, whatever. But he decides to become a composer, and he becomes friends with a world renowned, not really a German renowned singer, and and meets other great musicians along the way, and um, ends up working on this symphony, uh, and he symphony feels like the wrong word. He's working on this. I can't remember if it was symphony or what it was. It was a chunk of music he was working on, because I obviously have no ability to retain anything I read. And he ends up falling in love with this girl, and she's like helping him with the soprano part, and he decides to bring the dude over to um, that he had in line for the baritone question mark part. And surprise, surprise, you probably can guess what happens. They end up falling in love. Dang it! Not our main man, but his friend. He totally got in the friend zone with this girl, and yeah, once you're in that friend zone, you do not get out of it. Well, of course, they end up being a horrible, horrible um, couple, and she's just miserable, and he is miserable, and everyone's miserable together, and throughout, so the piece the music piece gets written and everything. It gets finished, and um, this guy they take it to Munich, and they're doing it in Munich or whatever, and this his friend is just slowly falling apart. He's just crumbling, and I think that's where I'm going to leave it, because I mean the twist at the end really isn't like a twist, but I mean it's still a twist. As far as Hermann Hesse's works that I've read, this is probably my least favorite. However, it was still an enjoyable read, and it was 120, 130, 237 pages that looked like that. So I mean, it's not. It didn't take any time to read at all. But yeah, I don't know. It's it's no Steppenwolf, it's no Siddhartha, it's no Beneath the Wheel was I like that one more, but I think it was definitely worth reading, regardless. It kept me entertained for a few hours, and I didn't tell you the whole story. Like I left chunks out. I know I left. So like if you're watching this, you're like, hey, you didn't talk about this. You didn't talk about that. I know I don't want to tell you the whole story because I want you, to have some surprises when if you decide to read it, or if you're reading, if you read a little bit of the first part of it, and you're like, I don't know if I want to finish this, so you went on YouTube's and you Googled Gertrude by Hermann Hesse, and this video popped up. I'm sorry. By the way, if my video popped up, if my video is number one suggested, we should probably take that up with Google. Um, but yeah, no, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Um, really, I think that's about it for this one, peeps. I mean, knowing Herman Hesse, there's probably huge, deep meanings behind all the characters and what they're going through and everything that I just don't know, and I overlooked. So like when it comes to some of these, um, from like Hermie, I have I'm very much I read the words on the page, and I don't, unless something is like super obvious, or um, unless something's super obvious, I'm going to miss a lot of the deep meanings and stuff. That the deep dive stuff. So yeah, but Gertrude by Herman Hesse. Have you read it? What'd you think of it? Are you ever going to read it? Probably not after watching this. Except for this one, peeps. Cheers.